Yo, shout out to the real sports fans, real boxing fans, real basketball fans. Something Spectacular Sports. We grinding. We grinding. First day of the real season right here. First day of the real season right here. You got the Lakers versus the Clippers. On paper, everybody say, oh, the Clippers going to win because they got Kawhi and they got Paul George. I wish basketball worked like that, but it doesn't. They got a real good chance of winning. But when you look at everything, when you look at the overall balance of it, in my opinion, I think the Lakers will be able to beat them. Now, that gets into my next thing. Anthony Davis and his little nicks and injuries. Even with nicks and injuries, he always come back and play dominating basketball. He playing with LeBron right now, so he's playing real good, right? Now, he's also my favorite to win the MVP if he play like 70 games, Anthony Davis. Now, if he ain't playing like 70 games, it's going to be hard to give an MVP because it's always tight, especially these last few years. It was rarely, straight dominant. I know Homeboy was unanimous, but even during that year, James Harden was still balling. So that's my pick for the MVP, Anthony Davis. I think the Lakers, real talk, I think the Lakers, once Kyle Kuzma get back in that groove, I think the Lakers are edge. I think they come out of the West, and I got the Sixers coming out of the East. But as far as Houston, my prediction on Houston is I'm actually pulling for Houston because that's my dog Harden and Westbrook when they was with OKC. But their coach, in my opinion, their coach is not going to last the sort of season. So by January, right before the All-Star break, or maybe even earlier, I can see them maybe firing them. They firing them because that system. I mean, it's something about that system, man. Even when Phoenix, they always had this offensive game, but it's like defensively, it's like they never can get over the edge. Even 2 years ago, they should have beat Golden State, even with Chris Paul getting hurt. It's just something about Mike D'Antoni. He's a good coach, but to get over it's levels to the coaching thing. It's levels to the coaching thing. So don't be surprised. I'm saying it right here that D'Antoni will get another job somewhere else, but with Westbrook in the game, because Westbrook is not a three-point shooter, but Westbrook can still affect the game. So analytics is cool, but you also got to realize this is basketball too. So you just can't go by analytics and just shoot threes. And to be honest with you, man, I like Houston organization, but the way they play get on my nerves, yo. I'm like, yo, they play like Kentucky in college. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like everything is just a three, a running gun. It's like kind of like not even. It's weird, man. You know what I mean? So Westbrook, how he fits in, we're going to see, because a lot of people is waiting for him to fail. They waiting for him to fail because he has this reputation of being selfish. But we're going to see. Notice how Paul George had first-team All-NBA last year, but they still call Westbrook selfish. So, he's not a perfect player, but he get these labels on him. But I want to get your thoughts on there about who's your favorite to win it. I say Lakers against the Sixers. In a real good matchup, especially if Ben Simmons' jumper keep getting better throughout the season. Whew, I can see I can actually see Lakers probably pull it out in 6 or 7, just because they got LeBron. But LeBron versus Ben, and B versus Anthony Davis, that's going to be amazing. Remember Tobias Harris, but then I think matter of fact the Lakers bench is better. So I got the Lakers winning it all this year. I got the Lakers winning it all, but you got some teams that you can't count out, like Portland, I was gonna say Stoudemire, but with Lillard, McCollum, Nurkic come back, Whiteside. Then you got like I said, Houston, and it's all about the bench and matchups, though. It's all about that bench and matchups. Right now, on paper, Clippers had good defense because my favorite player is Patrick Beverly. He's one of my favorites. I just seen his story. Shout out to Patrick Beverly. The story is amazing. On paper, they look great, but I can definitely see the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. But I just think for some reason I just don't think they're gonna win, man. It's hard to be winning back to back like that. Now, if Kawhi come in here and win it again, first of all, he'll have 3 chips, just like LeBron. He's really putting himself up there from the some super legendary status. And the way he does it, he don't even really talk. That goes to show you that introverts can win, yo. So shout out to the introverts, man. But I just think the Lakers can pull it out, yo, because the Clippers don't really got no big men. Anthony Davis is a beast, and he got defense, and he can cover like smaller guys. Anthony Davis low-key can cover. Anthony Davis low-key can cover Kawhi. It'd be harder for them to cover Paul George, because Paul George's handle was better and he a little faster than Kawhi. But I want to get your thoughts. If you like that real sports, you know I specialize in boxing and basketball. Make sure you smash that thumbs up and subscribe, support the channel. I'm out here.